Hello and welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Frank Poulin. We're here today at the Whaleyville Recreation Center where we're going to talk about all the programs that Suffolk Parks and Recreation has to offer, as well as how you can stick to, find, and complete those New Year's resolutions. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We're here now with Stephen Bryant, fitness specialist with the City of Suffolk. Stephen, thanks for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Now, we're here at the new Whaleyville Recreation Center that's set to open, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
We're down here in southern Suffolk, and it's just an exciting time. This is the first real big project that's been down here in this part of the city. Mm-hmm. So we're really excited just to get it open.
Yeah, and it looks awesome. I mean, some of the amenities it has to offer. Can you kind of tell us some of the stuff?
I mean, it's a refurbished facility. We refurbished Robertson Elementary. We added on a gymnasium. There's a big community room with a huge projector screen.
Oh, wow.
Tables and chairs everywhere, so it's a great place for people to gather, just to have a variety of different options.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
a stage in there,
okay.
So they can put on productions if people wanted to. We have a game room with gaming systems, TVs.
Oh, wow.
There's a computer lab attached to it, so we're just really excited about all that. There's an air hockey table in there with some ping pong as well.
Okay.
And then a new addition that we don't have in any other facility in Suffolk is we have a group exercise room.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so we're excited. I'm excited personally.
Yeah, absolutely.
About leading some classes in there. We have 11 spin bikes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get some spin classes in there and
Very
get sweating. Yeah, and we have a great
I haven't done a
facility
spin
here.
class in a long time, but I might have to show up to join one.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, we have a great facility, a lot of equipment, brand new, state-of-the-art equipment. So I'm excited to get people in here.
So it's definitely a full-service recreation facility.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we have locker rooms with showers. So you can come in here before work, after work, and get your fitness on.
Now, will it kind of be the same registration fees and stuff as East Suffolk Recreation Center?
Yes, actually it will be. And if you have a registration membership already with East Suffolk, you can come down here and you don't have to change anything.
Okay, so it's a dual registration. Your one cost for the year covers this facility and that facility
Yes, sir.
as well.
Yep, that is correct.
All right, and we kind of talked a little bit about, spin classes and stuff like that. What other programs does Parks and Recreation kind of in general run in the recreation centers, and what will this facility kind of encompass?
In general, we have different fitness options. Mike runs a few programs up at East Suffolk. They have line dancing. They have a women on weights program, boot camp class, and different senior aerobics courses. And in general, they're going to have before and after school programs. We're looking for a summer. We're going to have a summer youth program here.
Okay.
So we're excited about that.
And what is that?
So with a summer youth program, they're going to be. It's an opportunity for kids to have a structured environment to just come and spend their time during the summer.
Okay.
So they aren't just out running around.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so they incorporate some field trips, different activities that they'll plan throughout the day, and just a great environment for nurturing and just learning and getting together with other kids.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And now, your role here as a fitness specialist, will there be, one-on-one classes? Will there be specialized classes for people to kind of join? Do they have to sign up in advance, stuff like that?
Yeah, so with me and with my staff, we have fitness assessments. So you call in advance, schedule a time, and we'll sit down one-on-one. I'll put you through a physical test to see where you're at with your physical fitness level. And then from there on, I'll give you a program to participate in on your own. Or you can sign up for personal training. Okay. It's a very minimal cost. It's $10 per session.
Oh wow, that is really minimal.
Yeah. So it's a great opportunity to get that one-on-one treatment.
Yeah.
And just to get that accountability, bring you back in here. And then there are equipment orientations that you can do. You can call in and schedule those ahead of time, or you can ask us. While we're here, we're more than willing to help. And so we'll walk you through all the cardio and selectorized equipment that we have. And if you have any other questions about anything else, we can give you exercise options for that as well.
Okay, and we kind of talked about, how this is a state-of-the-art new facility. What kind of, bikes and stuff like that are there? They're like different exercise options.
Yeah, so we have a whole line of life fitness cardio equipment.
Okay.
We have the upright bikes. We have recumbent bikes where you're sitting down.
All right.
This a little safer option for people who maybe not have the best stability.
Okay.
And we have ellipticals and treadmills as well for our cardio equipment.
Okay.
And all those actually come with some courses that you can ride through.
Really?
Yeah.
So already pre-programmed in the machine. Okay.
So like on the bikes, you can ride through Paris and stuff like that. On the
that's fun.
ellipticals, you can climb through New Zealand and other.
Wow.
Yeah, cool places like that, and on the treadmills you're running through different trails.
Oh, wow.
So
The
it's,
cool factor without the price of a plane ticket to New Zealand or anything like that.
So you can travel while you're doing your cardio.
Okay, nice.
Yep. And then we have a full line of hammer strength equipment, from our plate loaded equipment down to our selectorized where you're putting the pins in to select your weight. So it's just it's a great facility.
Yeah, and we mentioned kind of the other spaces, you know, with the movie and the projector screen, because I know Parks and Recreation does kind of youth nights and stuff like that. To talk about a few of those options.
Yeah, so we're looking just to see what the community wants, but we're looking forward to some movie nights, and some game nights with the youth. Just getting the community involved, giving them something to do out here, and so it's just going to be a great time. We don't have a whole lot planned right now because we want to see what the community wants for the needs of the building. But yeah, we're excited. We have a lot of ideas floating around.
And you talked kind of about before and after, and will this facility encompass that, or
not right now?
Not right now. Okay.
When we're looking to do it next year, next school year.
But they have one at East Suffolk, correct?
No.
They don't. Okay.
No, not right now. They moved it to the schools that are closest to it.
Okay, in the schools. And what type of programs do those?
Before and after school care. Once again, it provides a structured environment for the kids. They have time to do homework, recreate. We don't get to do field trips because kids, you know, they're getting picked up at different times. But planned activities just to get them active, keep them going, get their exercise and get the energy burned up before they go home.
Yeah, absolutely. So this way here they can run around in the gymnasium. So when they go home, they just do their homework and go to sleep. So stuff like that. Have dinner. So it's a structured environment.
Yes, it's a very structured environment. Yep.
Okay. And in terms of, I guess, this facility's usage, we talked about the exercise bikes. We've talked about, yoga. Will there be yoga? Is there a yoga studio, or is that within the group exercise studio?
Yeah, we're trying to get some teachers down here because I'm not a yoga teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we have a huge TV in the group exercise room, so we're looking at maybe doing some programs through DVD as well.
And what is the benefit, I guess, from your perspective, of a group exercise program as opposed to coming in, with one's iPod and just getting on a bike and trying to work out?
Yeah, with group exercise, I mean, you get the community environment, and when you get tired and you see someone else pushing still, you're more motivated to keep going and keep driving to reach that time.
Okay, see someone else working harder, that makes you want to work harder.
And then, when you're sweating and you can encourage somebody else, it just helps them further along in their process. And also, too, it creates kind of like a group sync environment because when you are used to going to that class, used to seeing that person there, you're like, hey, well, I see you on Thursday night. Okay,
so it kind of pushes you to make sure you stay on a schedule.
Gives you some accountability.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's and they're usually fun. It's get some music playing.
I know there's kind of trends in exercise, and the new one kind of is Zumba.
Zumba, yeah, we're looking to get a Zumba instructor down here. I've gotten in contact with some people.
And now is that dance set to music, or what kind of
they kind of have like routines of dance set to music, and so it's high energy, and it's very variable for different people. So if your knees can't handle it, there are low impact moves. So it's anybody can do it, whether you have rhythm or not.
I've got no rhythm, I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah, but it's fun. You just get in there, just let loose. Don't worry about what other people think because no one's a professional in there besides the teacher. So they're fun classes. I've done some personally.
Okay, great. Yeah. Now, what options are there for youth? Because I know we talked about specialized fitness. Now, is that just for adults or is that for youth? Can all ages?
For the fitness center, you have to be 16 years or older.
Okay.
But I am looking to get some youth fitness classes going.
Okay.
Now, with parent permission, they'll be able to sign up. But it's important to get the youth going. And I'm going to coordinate with our youth programmer as well to get some youth activities going for physical fitness.
Yeah. Okay. So if they sign up for, let's say, a personalized training course, because you said they can take the assessment and then have a personalized plan, or they can do a one-on-one. Is there any type of accountability that goes with that? Did they file a report, or?
Well, with the personal training, we'll set up a time, and so I'll be able to follow up with them. Make sure they're doing what they need to do outside of their personal training program. Yeah. There are times when they meet with me. Okay. And so that provides an accountability from that. And if they just go with the program plan, they can anytime come ask me questions or my other staff, and that provides a set of accountability right there. But if they just do the workout plan, then it's kind of they're on their own.
Got it. Okay. So they got to be accountable by themselves, basically. And I've noticed a lot of the machines, as we talked about, have monitors and almost dual monitors.
Yeah. So the machine comes with kind of like a tablet. So on that part, you can check out the courses that I talked about previously.
New Zealand, Paris.
Yeah, New Zealand, Paris, travel the world.
Yeah.
And they actually have solitaire on them too.
Oh, wow.
So you can play solitaire if you want while you're working out. But yeah, they also have TVs as well. So we'll have a cable provided on the monitors that are attached to this cardio equipment. So you can watch TV, watch favorite programs.
So you can ride through Paris while watching TV while playing solitaire. So it's a one-stop shop for a whole bunch of different activities. So you're not just exercising, you're also stimulating the brain, getting some entertainment.
Yep.
Yeah, very nice. Well, I appreciate the information on the Whaleyville Recreation Center. And opens, is there a date for the opening?
January 23rd.
January 23rd. Okay, great. Well, thank you very much. And stay tuned because we'll be right back talking about New Year's resolutions and how you can stay true to that resolution you set for yourself. Welcome back. We're back again with Stephen Bryant, fitness specialist with the City of Suffolk. And we're going to talk a little bit now about New Year's resolutions because, of course, it's that time of year. December rolls around. We kind of bump off at Thanksgiving, move to Christmas, then New Year's. And it's time of year where plates are full and people are a little gluttonous. I know myself. I'm like, well, I don't need to put anything in my FitPal today. I'm going to have the mac and cheese, the mashed potatoes. So moving into January, what are some ways to kind of make a New Year's resolution plan and stick to it?
Well, a way I always learned is to make your goals SMART.
Okay.
So you want to make it specific, you want to make it measurable, you want to make it achievable and realistic as well, and give yourself a time frame. So don't say, okay, I'm going to lose 30 pounds by March.
Okay.
Because that's most likely you aren't going to reach that goal.
So saying I'll be Mr. Universe by February is probably not going to happen.
I'm going to put on 25 pounds of muscle. Yeah. That's just a little over the top. So you want to make it something that you can achieve because you want to make sure that when you are trying to reach those goals that you can give yourself a little bit of boost of confidence. Like, okay, I'm getting there. You know? So just little things, like, okay, this week I'm going to stop, having 5 sodas a day.
Okay.
So, okay, for this week I'm going to go down to 1 soda, and then the week after that I'm going to have 3 sodas for the entire week. And so from there, you can kind of wean off of those bad habits. So
kind of making achievements you can actually reach rather than saying, because I mean, January 1st rolls around, you'll see, well, everything's closed, but January 2nd rolls around, and you'll see people in like the gym bag or the trash bags with trying to sweat it out, and they're pumped. I mean, they are pumping and moving. And then by, February, you don't see them anymore.
Yeah, they're trying to get everything at one moment. Yeah, so you just want to make smaller goals, and trying to achieve everything at once isn't just it's depressing for you because when you don't see those goals and you're just like, man, well, why do I even go?
Didn't happen again.
Yeah, I'm like, or you're sitting there, you see one goal and then you just say, all right, I got that, now I'm done. So you want to set a higher goal and then smaller goals underneath that.
It's kind of like a pyramid. So working your way towards the ultimate goal, but hitting milestones along the way.
So if you're having a problem with your diet, okay, then try to, okay, I'm going to get this many salads in this week, or I'm going to eat this many vegetables throughout this week. And so once you hit that, then you can just build on that, and it makes it a whole lot easier for you. Because once you see yourself have some success, then you build up your self-confidence in being able to achieve those goals further.
Okay, and you raise a good point, because I know a lot of people will come in and they'll use the cardio equipment daily, 30 minutes on the bike, but then they'll go out and, run through McDonald's just because it's the convenience factor. But how big a role does changing one's diet in the new year also play into a New Year's resolution?
When it comes to your weight loss goals, exercise is only about 20 to 25% of the whole issue.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because, I mean, you can work out for an hour and a half, 2 hours, or 30 minutes, but you still have 22, 23 and a half more hours in your day.
Very true.
So you can't out-exercise a bad diet.
Got it.
So, I mean, you're looking at all the stuff you put into your body, and then you're trying to justify that, okay, I exercise for 30 minutes so I can eat whatever I want for 5 hours.
It doesn't really work that way. So a good, I guess, thing to do in the new year, if you have one of these resolutions, is to keep a food diary.
One that just helps you keep accountable to yourself, because, you may think while you're ordering your food or eating it, you're like, okay, this isn't too bad. But then if you were to write it down, and at the end of the day you look at it like, man, you know what? I did eat a lot of stuff that wasn't the best for me. It kind of gives you that self-realization of, okay, there are some things I can change. I'm not as good as I think I was when it comes to that.
Because calories do add up as the day progresses.
You have about 3,500 calories in a pound.
Okay.
So, you're looking at, you get extra 500 calories every day. in a week, that's
Yeah.
a pound.
So you should probably, I guess, there's a ton of apps out there
Yeah.
that kind of help you with this goal, so you don't have to keep a note diary or anything. I know myself, I use MyFitnessPal.
Yeah, MyFitnessPal is a great one. I use that a lot with people.
Okay.
So they have a great assortment of, they have a great library of nutritional facts and food that's already out there on the market.
Yeah, it's amazing how much food they have in there.
Yeah, they have a ton of food in there. So most likely your meals that you buy, your things that you buy at the grocery store are going to be in that. So you can go in there, write down everything that you're doing. You put your goal in there. They'll give you your net caloric intake for the day.
Yeah.
And then so you can also put your exercise in there, and so it'll give you your net deficit for the day.
Okay. Your total amount of calories plus the exercise, what you're kind of limiting.
Yeah. So you want to have a good balance going on there, and it gives you a good breakdown of your macronutrients as well. So your fat, your protein, and your carbohydrates. So it gives you a good guide with that as well.
Now, how much of an issue are sugars? Because we hear a lot about that nowadays, that sugars are very detrimental to a diet.
Yeah.
And you mentioned soda, and there's a ton of sugars in soda.
Yeah, that is very true. Natural sugar is a good thing.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like when you find it in fruits and other vegetables and grains and stuff like that, that's fine because they come with fiber.
Okay.
But when you just intake sugar by itself, it kind of just like bypasses your system, and your liver has to pump out the insulin, which turns that sugar into fat storage.
Okay.
So then that's when you start to gain more pounds and stuff, and that's why people put on those beer bellies when they drink a lot, and they don't work it off, because that sugar from the alcohol has to
can't process it.
Yeah, liver can't process it, so it turns into fat storage, and then you get the belly.
That's the result.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess, when you sit down at the beginning of the year and you create one of these plans, as you said, make smaller goals. So the diet really is going to be 80% of this.
Yeah.
So I guess what would be some of your recommendations? Because a lot of people, once again, as the trash bag on the treadmill, it'd be, let me toss out everything in my kitchen and start over. That's just not feasible, right?
Yeah. You want to make some small adjustments. One way to lose weight and save some money while you're at it is eating at home, cooking, making your own food, because then you see what's going into it, and you can learn to appreciate your food a little bit more.
Okay.
So that's a great way to get on that.
So rather than taking lunch out every day, kind of make it the night before or whatever.
Yeah.
So this way here you know what's going, as you said, going into the meal.
Yep. So there's a few people out there that do like they'll make their food on like a Saturday or Sunday or something like that when they have their time, and they'll prepare
I'm not
dishes
that
for the week.
coordinated. I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, but I mean, and there's simple tricks that you can learn, just tips online.
Okay. But there's also healthier options nowadays
Yeah.
at these fast food places. So you don't have to get the burger and fries. You can get, the grilled chicken wrap, and that's not.
Yeah, it's not as
still
bad.
decent.
Yeah.
It's not the ideal.
Yeah, it's not the ideal.
Yeah.
But
It's got the chipotle sauce on there and all that other stuff. Yeah.
But you want to make sure you're getting some color in your food choices.
Okay.
You don't want everything to kind of look at the same.
Yeah.
The darker the greens, the better. They have more nutrients in them.
Okay.
And
what are some good foods to look for so that you'll stay full throughout the day? And should you have one big meal, smaller meals throughout the day, or how does that? What would you recommend?
I would recommend if you kind of want to get a big meal, you're going to get it at breakfast, so you have the time to burn off those calories and let your body use what you're eating.
Makes sense. So you're not sleeping at night and just sitting there.
So just for tips throughout the day, granola is a good one.
Okay.
So kind of help you keep full. If you get a little handful of granola, it's about 100 or so calories.
Okay.
And you get protein in there as well, and that
nice.
protein is going to help keep you satiated, keep you full a little bit longer.
Yeah. And you always hear that chicken is a good staple to have.
Yeah, chicken is great. It has a lot of protein. It's low in fat. So I love chicken. Yeah. I eat it every day basically.
Okay.
But yeah, chicken, meats, if you get, you want to try to stay around the 75-25% when it comes to fat to meat. 80-20 is really the best, or higher.
Okay.
So chicken, meats, if it runs, swims, or flies, it's pretty good.
Okay, that's a good way to
pretty
think
good
of it.
option for your meats. So you just want to make sure that you're getting a balanced diet when it comes to those things. Yeah.
Okay, and now how do you here at the Suffolk Parks and Recreation help people kind of achieve those goals?
We have different programs where we bring in nutritionists to help people with those things. So we ran a program down in East Suffolk called Get Up and Get Out.
Okay.
And so every week or every 2 weeks they came in, they brought a nutritionist in, and she helped them with food options, meal preparation.
Okay.
And so she came and did demonstrations. They brought in fresh ingredients and showed people how to cook simple
very
quick
nice,
meals.
yeah.
So we're looking to do something like that down here as well
Okay.
in Whaleyville. But yeah, so just things like that, giving daily advice when people come in and ask, okay, what's a good option? What's a good substitute for dinner?
Yeah.
We do our homework. We try to help you as best as we can. I'm not a licensed nutritionist, but I know basic nutritional facts. Yeah.
And if people want to contact, Suffolk Parks and Recreation to ask these questions, are you guys available for that?
Yeah. You can call either center. When Whaleyville gets up and running, you can call Whaleyville. But yeah, you can call 514-4500.
Okay. Yeah.
To get East Suffolk, and then they'll transfer you to the fitness center, and we'll be glad to give you some advice. Or you can contact us by email, and that's fine as well.
All right. Well, great. Well, thank you very much for joining us today,
Okay,
Stephen.
no problem. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us for this edition of On the Scene, and good luck with those New Year's resolutions.